let's move on.
A follow-up on Iran.
Hi, Leslie.
Or not a follow-up. Can we start a string on that? The president said yesterday he would be willing, if they are, the Iranians are willing to have talks with no preconditions. A few hours later, Secretary Kate went out on CNBC and basically said there would be conditions. Does this mean that the Secretary disagrees with what the President said?
No, and I'm glad you asked me that question because I'd like to clarify this, and I would encourage everybody to go back and read the transcript. This is another example where on basically every television channel, you look at the television channel, and they're trying to claim that there's a split between the State House and the White Department on this, the White House, on the White House and the White House on this very issue, okay? And so I'm going to read from the transcript so you all can hear right here exactly what was said. Question. The president said he would meet with the president of Iran with no preconditions. Are you on board with that? Is that a good idea? Secretary Pompeo. I am indeed. We have said this before. The president wants to meet with folks to solve problems. Both the secretary and the president have addressed this numerous times, that we would be willing to sit down with Iran and have conversations about the future of that country. This is nothing new. The State Department has said this and the White House has said this. What is important is that we would be willing to sit down and have these conversations. Secretary Pompeo addressed this when he was in California about a week and a half ago at his meeting over at the Reagan Library, as well as the president. The president has said this too.
Part of his response, though, he said, if they would treat their own people with respect, reduce their foreign malign behavior, and enter or discussions that would prevent their proliferation, and then he finished it by saying, then we'd be prepared to sit down. So those seemed like conditions, then we'd be prepared to sit down, or is it no conditions? He agrees with the president.
I think the president and the Secretary of State both said that we would be prepared to sit down. Would we like a change in Iranian behavior? Absolutely, and that's why you've heard the Secretary speak so forcefully about the types of changes in Iranian behavior that the United States government and many other countries around the world would like to see. We hope that that behavior will change. Certainly the people of Iran hope that that behavior will change so that they can have a better future themselves.
But he'd be willing to.
Sounded like
Those are
very
all
tough
the things
conditions.
that we are asking the Iranian regime to do. We hope that this country, that regime will lead to a better life, will change its policies so that its people can live a better life. We hope that they will be willing to do things, and it's not just the United States asking. It's not just the United States asking for that. It's many countries around the world asking for that as well.
Why can't you just answer yes or no? Is Pompeo also willing to sit down with Iran without preconditions?
Michelle, I think I answered that question for you. The secretary said that yesterday.
Okay, so
the president said that yesterday
so it's accurate
as well.
to say without preconditions.